recording and take you to a place where I'm going to show you how you're going to use a customer V-SMART and do a bit of a redirect. This is a new feature in V-SMART that I'm very excited to be talking about. Let's say you've already created a site. In this case, we're going to go to Richard Tan. He's a banker out in the Philippines. And we're going to hit the submit button. We're going to yourvirtualportal.net. And we're just going to write in what the URL is. In this case, it was richardtan.yourvirtualportal.net. And you're going to get to an already existing V-SMART. And let me show you what it looks like right now. We're just going to go to richardtan.yourvirtualportal.net. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Now, let's say this button here, which used to only have the opportunity to go to the yourvirtualportal.com site that you instructed it to. It used to only have one function. And we heard from the distributors, well, I want to sell to customers, and I want to sell to a coffee shop or a car dealership that maybe they don't want anything to do with network marketing. And that's okay. And they said, so what we want is we want that button right there. Get instant access now. When they fill out all their name and number, they want that button to go to that coffee shop, or they want that button to go to that car dealership, and they don't want it to go to a network marketing. And I said, what a great idea. So let's make it more customer-centric and more customer-friendly. So that's exactly what we did. So I show you this one now because this is what the current V-SMART looks like. Now, let's go into the back office as we did. And all we did was we went to yourvirtualportal.net, and we logged into richardtan.yourvirtualportal.net. And up comes, as you know, the V-SMART order entry form, or the wizard. So if you'll scroll all the way down to the bottom, and I do this on purpose, I show you one that is already made, and you have to re-log in. This is the only time that function is going to appear. And I did that strategically. I'll tell you why. I don't want anybody to be confused with too many options with the V-SMART wizard. I want people to feel like it is very easy when they go in, and it doesn't get more easy, I think you'll agree, with these drop-down menus and choices, and just put the label in there. So in the spirit of keeping it easy, you'll only get this feature if you log back in. This is when this feature will come up. Scroll down to the bottom, and the second to last, the second to last field on the bottom, I'm going to read it to you. Read along with me, will you? It says, by default, your leads will go to your Join Now site. That's your .com site, your richardtan.yourvirtualportal.com. But then it says, to go to a different page or site, enter the site name below. So I'm going to show you what we did for his. We just put, let's say in this case, we just wanted to say BDO. That's the name of his bank. His bank is BDObank.com.ph. So in this case, he wanted it to go to a very specific place on his website. So we just filled it in with www.bdo.com.ph, which is Philippines, and then forward personal. Let me just take off that personal to make it easier for you to look at and understand what we're doing. BDO.com, www.bdo.com.ph is his website. Let's just revise. And now let's put in the form information. Colleen Test. Let's put in my cell number. All right, get access now. just a moment. I needed to put the HTTP in. Just a moment. Sorry for that. There's a lot of times you need to put in your HTTP. Just a moment. Sorry for that. HTTP is just the... All right, here we are. HTTP : is the beginning of websites. So I'm sorry for that. Let me just put in BDO.com, and let me show you how to retrieve it since it wasn't really easy and clunky there. All right. BDO.com.ph is what he tells me his website is. This is a standard website. So let me just show you, and I probably shouldn't have erased that link because it was already there. So I just went to a regular website. BDO.com.ph is his URL. He wanted it to go to the home page. So your easiest way is to just go to the home page of the coffee shop or the car dealership, in this case the bank. I shouldn't have messed with it. It was already done. And copy it by highlighting with your left click. Right click to copy. Now you have it on your clipboard, so you can go over to a new tab here and put it in. I'm really just putting in exactly what we had before. All right. I'm going to right click, and that's your best way to always get to the exact destination you want, is just paste in after having gone to the site. So I wasn't really on board there. I should have been showing you how we usually do it. Hit the word revise. Now I'm going to start that again. Sorry for that. All right. We're going to send him the lead of Colleen's name, and there we are. It goes right to his home page. So again, if it's a coffee shop, a car dealership, this is a new feature. And again, almost do as I say, not as I do, or whatever that case is, whatever that saying is. Always go to the home page of where you want to be going to. Grab that URL by right-clicking, copy, then head over to the Your Virtual Portal Wizard. Okay? So that takes care of that. Somebody wanted to know what the new feature was of the Your Virtual Portal customer-centric system. Now, for those who want to sell to customers, there's also a new page. Let me show you. I don't know if you've seen it yet, so let's go over it. It's on the standard website. And let's see, where is it here? On the standard website, let's go to pricing. I clicked the wrong one. All right, pricing. All right, here we are. Let's scroll down here to the bottom. There's your independent distributor and wholesale. We're going to come back and go over those fast start bonuses here in a minute. But scroll down, please, to retail customers so we can understand a little bit more about this. And for retail customers, they have the same packages that we're all able to sell: the starter, the annual, the pro, the prime, the elite. And you see here how many sites they get. Now, increase the V-Smart sites by 1 on, oh no, we don't, they're not independent distributors, sorry. They're customers, that's right. So they're not going to get that additional yourvirtualportal.net site that you get as a distributor. They're going to get 2 sites with starter, 2 with annual, 10 for pro, 45 for prime, 90 for elite. And the auto ship fee is, well, you see what the early cost is the suggested retail is $37 for those 2, all the way up through $5,447 for 90 V-Smarts. And then monthly, because you still get your monthly hosting fee and your monthly residual commission when you sell to a customer. So you're getting, if you look here, your auto ship fee down here is $37, all the way up through $25.65. Well, you're getting dollar for dollar the difference between the wholesale and the retail. So in this case, let's say the starter kit, you're making $10 per site additional for your customer, for bringing on a customer. So your wholesale cost is $27. This is $37 in this case for the starter. So you're making $10 a month on that one customer. You know, again, times that by a few customers, you could be making $100 a month or whatever the case is, however many customers you bring on. So let's go here for a moment, and I'll ask people, because I'm almost done with the customer part, and I do want to go over a couple other things people asked about, including normal with the compensation plan. So be sure to chat in the box what you're looking for to be trained today, because this is your training today, not what I want to train you on. It's what you want to be trained on. So if you go to the top here, again, the difference between your wholesale and your retail is right here online. And it's all there for you under product and then pricing. So your wholesale cost is right here. I'm going to just point to it. Auto ship hosting fees, $27 all the way up through monthly, $197. So again, you're making dollar for dollar the difference between that wholesale and that retail. So that really takes care of the customer part of it that I had promised we were going to be putting up. Let's just go over, because we're on this page, the independent distributor wholesale commission program. And keep in mind, we have these specials running until December 15th. We may be extending a few that we've got really good response on. Anywhere from a fast start bonus of $20 has gone to $25. Any fast start from $50 has gone to $100. Any fast start from $150 has gone to $200. Any fast start from $800 has gone to $900. Any fast start $1,300 has gone to $1,800. So keep that in mind during the holiday season. We are paying out so many $100 bills and so excited to do so. Okay, let's see if there's been any more chats. We're going to move on, because everybody had the question about those customers. We're going to move on to compensation plan. And Norma, I'm going to take care of some of those things for you. So compensation plan, and anybody else, chat in the box if you're looking for something special. So if we go to the compensation plan, let's show you first where it is. We can show you here, so you can show everybody. A lot of times people call, you know, where can I find the compensation plan? Just go to your opportunity, go to business opportunity, and you're going to scroll down a little ways. And you're going to see 9 different ways to earn with our leadership compensation plan. We've actually added ways to earn, but let's just go over what's on the compensation plan. So here, it's going to launch to the full compensation plan. And mind you, when you purchase, there's ways to move up the career path. So let's go to career paths first. There's ways to move right up the career path. It's towards the end here, so let me just go to the end. There's ways to get to director level when you start at associate very quickly. For example, one of the benefits of coming in at the $299 annual package is that you automatically get promoted to distributor level. And the same goes with a couple of the other packages. Let me clarify and show you what I mean. We were just there on that page, but let me go back. Do you see how if you were to come in as an independent distributor as a starter kit, you're going to start at senior associate. However, if you come in with the annual kit, you're going to be promoted to director immediately. You're getting elevated. I believe that's 3 ranks higher. Same with the pro. You're going to get elevated to director. Same with star director. When you come in with prime, you're going to get elevated then, I believe it's 4. And then elite elevates you 4 as well to star director. So let's go back to the compensation plan where we were. So do you see, you start as an associate. Once you purchase product, you're becoming a senior associate. Once you sell more, you are becoming a director. Then you're becoming a star director, and you're moving up the career path to executive director, sapphire director, executive sapphire, ruby, emerald, and diamond. Now, these three here are reserved. Your diamond, your emerald, and your ruby are reserved for the 1% executive, not executive check, I'm sorry, 1% worldwide pool bonus. So we take all of the CV. CV is the commissionable value products. We pool all that CV together. We gather it by all the people, times it by 1%, and we split it between all those people that are reserved in the Ruby Executive and the Ruby, Emerald, and Diamond Executive part of the plan. Now, there are certain things that happen when you become an Executive Director, and this is all in the plan. Executive Director is where it starts to get career path rank achievement bonuses. So, for example, you're going to get a bonus here at Executive Director, which is a $500 bonus. And then you get a couple of bonuses all the way up through Diamond, you get $4,000. So there's plenty of incentive and opportunity embedded in the compensation plan. Let's talk about when you first get going, what you need to do. And don't be afraid of this page right here. Don't be afraid of this. It's easy stuff. Let me explain. Let's say you are on the top. And right here, this says Sapphire Executive. But let's just say you just came in for the minute and none of these people are underneath you yet. Let me show you how you got there and what that means to you. When you come into our earning potential opportunity, what you do is you have to sponsor 2 different people, 1 on each of your teams. We're going to say you've got a right leg and we're going to say you've got a left leg. And you sponsor 2 people. Well, you're going to put 1 on your right, John, and 1 on your left, Ramesh, in this case. And then, because of the nature of only building 2 teams, you want to help Ramesh then find somebody for his left side and his right side. Now, that's what you call personally sponsored. So in this case, you have personally sponsored Ramesh on your left and John on your right, in the case of this conversation for the moment. So let's say you did your left and your right. Now it's your turn, and you get additional incentive for a short time. We've got a neat contest going on where you get 2 people, and then you help them get their 2 people, and you get an additional $50 incentive bonus to do that. So it's really just a growing your team bonus, and we're paying you what we're already paying you to do in the first place in the compensation plan. But it's important that you help your team just like your team helped you come on and explain the benefits of your virtual portal. It's important that you do the same and help your team. That's how you're going to grow. So in this case, let's say Ramesh put 1 person on his left and 1 person on his right. And don't worry about these dotted lines yet. Well, that would be his personally sponsored. That is your second generation, because the check match, we call it generation because your check match is truly on a unilevel concept, which is a whole different than a binary concept. So we actually have a nice hybrid, a binary unilevel hybrid. So we call it the second generation. So what that means, think of it as you're the great-grandfather or great-grandmother. Well, then this person, let's not say great-grandma. Let's make it easy. Let's say grandma. Let's say you're the grandma. We're going to make it really, really easy. You're the grandma here, or the grandpa. This person is your son or your daughter. And so is this person your son or your daughter in this example. And they're your first generation offspring, right? It's the same thing. Let's say this person is your grandson or your granddaughter. This is the same grandson, granddaughter, grandson, granddaughter, grandson, granddaughter. That is your second generation. Let's say that those people had children. They grew up and they had children. this is your great-granddaughter or grandson, great and a great and a great and a great. So that then becomes, if Ramesh is your first level offspring or your first generation, and Tom is your second level offspring or generation, then Jake here is, first, second, third, all right, generation. So that's how the generation check match will work, in that you need to understand who's who. All right, now that was a very simple explanation. But that's why you want to grow your team, because all of those people underneath you, you are going to be earning what's called the executive check match from them. Now, you've got to personally sponsor people. You can't assume your team is going to do it all for you. So when you come into the business, you must, number one, in order to qualify for the compensation plan, purchase product yourself. So you need to come in either at the $27 one-time setup with the $27 immediate hosting, which comes to altogether today $73.95, or you come in at the annual, say, $299 rate, and then you don't have any monthly auto ship. So when you do either one of those, you have technically made your business center active, okay, because you have to have an active business center. But now you need to qualify your business center. So when you qualify your business center, you have to sponsor one person on the left and one person on the right. You have to do that. That makes you now qualified to earn commissions in the compensation plan. Once you do that, you have already elevated yourself, let me go show you, to a senior associate. You've already done so. Good job for you. And again, if you came in as a director, or as a $299 package, you inflated yourself to director. So there's all sorts of ways to work yourself up the career path that are a little non-traditional. Fun ways to do so. Now, let's talk about the executive check match in a whole different world. We were just kind of going over the binary there. So, and how to build a team, one left and one right. But let's start looking at the color scheme of what we have here and those little dots around and what those little dots mean, or those little sketched lines, because that's important to understand on your executive check match, which is where you really, really make the money. So this is kind of level 2 training, if you will, when you build your binary and your unilevel. So if you look at the dots around, personally sponsored is what that means. So I'm going to just highlight John is a personally sponsored, Sarah is a personally sponsored, Tom's a first generation sponsor, Susie is. Let me show you now, we're kind of shifting gears of what we just talked about. We were just talking about plain binary and building teams and left and right. Now we're talking about specifics of this plan. And you've got some blue circles in Susie, Sarah, and Tom. But notice there's some on level 2 and there's some on level 3. Well, the reason there's some on level 2 and level 3 is because in a binary, each and every person only has the opportunity to build one person left, one person right. So the neat thing about a binary is you're building a team with other people, and everybody's benefiting off of other people. And they're benefiting from something called points or group volume or commissionable volume. You're going to use those words interchangeably a lot. Sometimes you'll see group volume as GV, G for group, V for volume. PV is your personal volume, right? What you personally have spent with the company. That's your personal volume. And all of this on the left side is your group volume. All of this on the right side is your group volume. So let's say, and mind you, this person where it says you're not the very top, at the top of the company, although you're close, because we've already we've started and got some people way up to the top of the food chain here. But let's say you've got 25 people above you in this case, so you're not the first. So what that means is all 25 people above you have been putting all these gray people in, because remember, they only have the opportunity to put one left, one right. After that, they are forced to start helping to build the team for everybody if they had a personally sponsored. Again, we're talking about, say, Joseph, who's way above you. Way above you. We're talking about Joseph right now. Well, if Joseph doesn't have, he's already put people in his one left, one right. He's got to just start building down the left for other people. Now, he's still benefiting by that from all the points that come up the tree, because if this person has 25 points this month, or this person has 125, or this person has 2,000 points, everybody gets the benefit of all those points going up this tree and up this leg. So everybody sees the benefit there. So that's why it's important to get your team working together, because you're helping each other build the team. So let's say, okay, so we talked about Joseph, who's above you, and where he puts people. So we called Joseph all the gray people that he personally sponsored. Now let's say it's your personally sponsored time. Well, you came and you in this case had to put somebody down here 2 levels down from you. But don't worry, it's still your first generation because you personally sponsored them. It's just that Joseph put somebody there for you underneath your left, and you didn't have room. He already got there and helped you before you could get there and help you. So now you put your first generation sponsor right here, your first personally sponsored right here on the left. So even though he's 2 levels down, he's still your first generation. And then over here on the right, you've personally sponsored John in this case. So now you have qualified to earn in the compensation plan. Now let's say your friend Sarah was coming in and Susie were coming in, but again, you've already put somebody on your one left, one right, and or somebody's already put somebody on your one left, one right, and you didn't have another spot to put. Well, you're just going to build then on under May and under Sue. And again, that's fine because they're your personally sponsored. You get the fast start bonus on them. Let's say they bought the $2.99 package. You get the $100 fast start. You get the points. But then Sue gets the benefit of those points. Like let's say the $2.99 package yields 125 points. Well, Sue's going to get 125 points here. John's going to get 125 points. Everybody's going to benefit from the same thing for that commission week. So let's go down here with Emma. Let's say Emma purchased 25 points or 125 points that week. Well, then everybody's going to see the benefit of all that. So what's going to happen is when you have a new person on or new business on your, let's say, weaker side. So in this case, Sue's weaker side is her left because she's got a ton of people on her right. That's her strong side. That's her power leg right now. That's her strong side. Well, it's got all these points. Let's say she's got 1,000 or 2,000 points here. Sue is going to get paid when she has somebody coming off her left. So she is going to get paid when Ann comes on. She's going to get paid when another person, Fred, comes on. When another person, Luke, comes on. Right? Because all of these people helped her. They helped her by putting all these people on her right. So in the gray ones, she didn't even have to do anything for. Right? She, she didn't put these people. She would have put her different colors on there. So back in this example for the minute, when we're talking about you and your first generation Susie and your first generation Sarah, let's talk about second generation. Let's talk about third, fourth, because that's where you're getting your big generational check matches. So second generation to you up here is Jane. Even though it's how many levels down? 4 levels down. That's still your second generation. You're getting your fast start. And now you're starting to make executive check match on whatever money this person makes in the binary. You're also going to make that. You're also going to make this. You're also going to make, look here, your third generation in orange. Look here, your fourth generation in purple, etc. Check this out. When you look at executive check match, look at these numbers that you're making. Let's go find it in the plan. There we are. Okay, page are we on here? See if we can find that page. What page is that? All right, well, here it is. Look for this table. It's in the compensation plan. I don't see the page right now. But look at this. If you are a director, you are earning on your first generation 25% check matching of that person's check. Let's say you are a star director. You're earning 25% and 5%. Let's say executive director. You're earning 35, 10, 7% on all of your generations. Look what happens when you're a diamond. You're earning on all of these generations starting at 50% of their check. 15, 10, 10, 10, 5. Right? So that's where you're making a good amount of money on executive check match. That's where the big money is to be made, because you're truly leveraging, helping your team, and at the same time leveraging other people's hard work, which is all about what our industry is work hard yourself and then leverage other people's hard work. It's just like I always say about V-SMART. With V-SMART, you're leveraging what we've already created in the marketplace in a video, all right, and in the product itself, V-SMART. You're leveraging YouTube. You're using other people's videos that they've created on YouTube, and you are using them. You're leveraging. So leveraging is a fantastic thing to do when you're looking at the executive check match. So let's see what we can go over here more. Oh, your BMW car bonus. We've gone over the rank achievement bonus. The BMW car bonus is fun because you get anywhere from $400 to $1,000 on the BMW car bonus. And if you want to trade that in for living expenses, you're welcome to do that dollar for dollar. You send us your rent or your mortgage payment. We turn around and cut a check to your rent or your mortgage payment people. And, I thank Hector for that, because we talked about, sometimes people don't want a whole new car. They just want to get by with what they're getting by with right now. So we want to help you pay your rent and your living expenses. So you can trade that in. Let's see what else we're going to talk about on this plan. Just a moment. Let's see what we did not go over yet. And again, I encourage you, chat to me in the box what you want to be trained on. It's your day today. Let's go back up to the plan here and ask any questions you might have. I want to make sure I covered all the components. We already talked about that. Okay, the preferred customer bonus. We didn't go over number 2 yet. Preferred customer bonus is if you sold something to a customer at the coffee shop for $37 monthly, and it's your wholesale $27 monthly. Well, you get $10 from that customer every month as a customer. They're not coming on as a distributor. We've talked about that. We've talked about rank achievement. So really, I believe we've talked about all 9 ways, except for this last way. All right. This is a special way to get paid, and it's 100% commission opportunity. And what it is it's for the larger packages, the 10 package, the 45 package, or the 90 package of V-SMARTs. And what's happening is there are people all around the world that need to buy in bulk and turn around and sell it at retail. They want to buy it at wholesale, sell it at retail. So we've made 100% commission opportunity for those people who want to do that. So how you do that is you figure out your own payment method with your customers, and you manage your customers. You buy it from our company at wholesale, turn around, sell at retail, and you'll get 100% of that commission. So let me go back to a place to educate you what I'm talking about. These 3 packages in orange on top are resellable items, and you let me think how to explain this. You are buying wholesale. So let's say you wanted to buy the 327 package because you have 10 to sell. You pay $327 one time. We set up all 10 of the V-SMARTs. And then it only costs you $37 each month to host all of those 10. So if you're looking at it, you're looking at $3.70, and you're turning around and selling it, per item, you're turning around and selling it for, let's say, $37 a month. So the amount of money that you're making in that margin is huge, because you're turning around selling all 10 of those for $37. So you're earning $370 a month in this case, and you're only paying $37. So the amount of money that you're earning in that 100% commission is huge, because you're buying it for such a low cost from us. Now, who's going to buy 10? Who's going to buy 45? Who's going to buy 90? Well, the people that buy that are a couple of different people. There are people that say, no, all of the businesses in town, and know they all need one of these V-SMARTs to sell more product. The coffee shop, the bakery, the pizza man, you name it. It might be a person who is a web designer who needs these. Let me explain. Anybody who's designed websites in the past, they did not build them yet on what's called a responsive platform, because it did not exist before. It's only existed starting now, 2013 and beyond, 2014, etc. And responsive means that it responds beautifully on a mobile phone. And what I mean by beautifully is the buttons are big, they're fresh, they're big. You can see everything beautifully and large, instead of looking at your phone and trying to find, looking at all this small text. And then it responds differently to an iPad, and it responds differently to an iPad 2 and an iPad mini and whatever, because that's a different size. So those buttons will be big and bold on that, and changed in the configuration. And the same for then regular websites. You need even bigger buttons, and it looks bigger, this type of thing. So that's what our technology does. So people that have made websites don't want to go back and make all of theirs responsive. So there are website owners that are saying, are you kidding me? I can buy a V-SMART, one for each of the people I've already built my website for, and I can insert it in the front, and now it's already responsive. Now, what's responsive is what we've clipped to the front of it, the V-SMART. That's the responsive part. So there are so many web people who are just beside themselves happy that they can purchase one of these for all of their websites they've already created. And so that's how you're going to make the 100% commission opportunity there. Let's go back to the compensation plan. Now, what you're going to be seeing is lowered qualification ranks on this compensation plan very shortly. What we've done is we've taken some incentives, and in part of our $10 million giveaway challenge, we want to put money in your pocket as quickly as possible. So we're lowering the requirements so low that it will get people to director level, star director, executive director level very easily. So look for that. Now, let's transition, because somebody wanted to find out where we could sell to. We're going to transition, and I didn't see any questions on the chat box, so we're going to transition to where you can sell to and how they'll get paid. Because with your virtual portal, we don't have any walls. We're global. Global opportunity. So it just so happens that right here we have a map of where we can sell and how we pay. The black countries that you see here are countries in conflict. They're the only ones we can't sell to. So everywhere else you can sell to. And you'll see that in blue, 60 of the countries are able to be paid by our e-wallet through Paylution by Hyperwallet. The ones in green get prepaid cards. And just let me know if you're wanting to sell in the pink, because we have limited coverage there. Some places are so remote, but we're able to help you, but just communicate with me. So that's how people get paid. And this is all there for you to see in your back office as well. It's not only here, but it's in your back office as well. So right now we are selling and have distributors in all of these countries. Let me show you. All of these countries. I'm going to read where we're selling to: the U.S., United Kingdom, Philippines, Canada, France, Russia, Spain, Australia, Belgium, India, and actually we have to add Thailand. We just brought a distributor on from Thailand, so we have to add the flag. Pretty exciting. So there's where we're selling to right now. Now, we can do some custom things for different countries. Let me show you what I mean. We have somebody right now who's working with China Mobile to bring on our product in China to small businesses. Let me show you what to think about when you're looking at a global opportunity. In China, the icons are not the same as all of the popular ones that we might use in America. So where we use Facebook, they use something called Renren. So it's completely different social media. So we're prepared as a company to complete all of the icons that are current for that country. Everybody's not using Facebook in the whole world, apparently. Like in China, they use something different. They use a different type of Twitter. They use a different type of Instagram. They use a different type of YouTube. So even though here we think they might use what we use, they don't. So just know that for this example, for our China project, we've gone and created all of the icons in V-SMART that are specific to that country. It's very important when you're talking about a global opportunity to be prepared and ready to execute country customs. And that's what we're here to do. I think I've mentioned time and time again, one of our shareholders is the Global Mobile Director for IBM. And this is the type of knowledge that we get from different countries because of that knowledge that he brings, that everything isn't the way it is in America. So, we would never see these icons in America, or at least we haven't so far, and probably won't. So that's what we're prepared to do as a global company, is show all the icons that are specific to your country. So I am going to wrap up. It doesn't look like there's any additional questions. And you're welcome, Norma. Norma says thank you for the comp plan introduction. And you're welcome for that. So unless I see any other questions in the box, we're going to wrap up. And I'm going to tell you thank you for being here today and ask you to come to our 3 o'clock marathon call today with Horace is actually going to be on it. I think Robert Battle was scheduled, but Horace is going to be on it. They did a little switch. So if you haven't heard Horace on a call yet, you must be there. He is so vibrant and so cheery and so happy, and we're so glad to have him on board. So please get to that 3 o'clock call. Then after that, we have a 6 o'clock call. Then after that, we've got a 9 o'clock call on a webinar, opportunity call. So 2 more conference calls today that you can just dial into, and you would have gotten an email. It's the same email that you would have gotten this link from. So go ahead and check out that email with that conference call number and invite 2 people. I love that everybody's on this call. I see a lot of newcomers today, and thank you for inviting people. The energy is huge and on fire, so please invite 2 people to each of those calls. Invite the same people that you brought to this call to that call. Text some people. Text them your V-SMART. If you don't have a V-SMART that you're using yet, everybody should have one, but if you don't have one, go to this one and just text them this one. I texted this to every single person this week. If you didn't get it, that means I don't have your mobile number in the back office, and you need to get into the back office and put your mobile number there in your contact information. So if you don't have one that you can text to somebody right now, or you don't know what it is, go to Colleen, COLLEEN.yourvirtualportal.net and use mine. That's what you can do for today to get people to these opportunity calls. there's still time to get paid before the holidays, these $100 Fast Start bonuses. So thanks everybody for being here, and we'll see you at the 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock call. Bye-bye.